Okay, so I don't know what's wrong with the chat. Can you? Well, I can't ask if you guys can hear me. For some reason, it's showing that the chat is disabled or the chat is not connecting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to double check to. Okay. Okay, I'm going to have to watch or I'm going to have to glance at the chat from my phone because from my end, you guys, it says something went wrong. I can't see my chat at all. So welcome everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. We are having technical difficulties. Oh, wow. But that is not going to stop anything. All right, you read the title. Your name is becoming infamous. All right, I'm getting at this point in time right now, you are infamous. Let's get into the read. We're going to see what messages come out for you guys in the spread. I hope everyone is doing well. And happy Aquarius season. If you'd like to connect with me, all of my information will be in the description box located down below. I have been working on personal reads, and I have to make a quick announcement because I feel there's some confusion as far as discounts. All right. Discounts are going towards Otter Spirit, the bracelets. That is what the link is in the description box. That is where the 20% off, the 20% and the 30% off, that is where that is going towards. Okay. If you want to purchase jewelry. All right. I've received quite a few emails with people confused about that. Also, if you would like to book the Neptune and Aries reading, I have added it to the website. All right. So you do not have to email me or send to the Cash App or PayPal unless you want to do it that way, if you'd rather. But if you want to just book the reading, I'll leave it up there for a limited time. If you'd like to purchase that reading, I will leave. You can go to ariestheemperor.com to book straight away. Okay. And I'll reach out to you from there. All right. I think that's it. All right. And thank you to those of you who have been voting for me in the Maxim Cover Girl contest. We are about 4 days shy of voting ending. And I just want to say thank you guys for all of your support, your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. I love each and every last one of you guys. So let's get into it. Let's find out why your energy is infamous and why it's going to stay that way. You know what I mean? You Aries, you one of them ones. Let me just say that. You know what I mean? Your power goes nowhere. You know what I mean? You're first for a reason. And that's not only to push you on out there, but that's to push you out there so you can show each and every last one of them how it's done. Okay. How to start it. And not only that, finish it. Okay. All right. Messages for the collective spirit. And also that website for Otter Spirit is otterspirit.com. And you can enter Aries 20. I am wearing citrine, aventurine, green jade, selenite, rose quartz, rhodonite, and red jasper. Okay. All beautiful and all giving me the healing strength that I need, the self-love that I need, and to ward off evil spirits. Okay. Most importantly. All right, messages for the collective. I'm getting you are infamous because, and excuse me, I'm going to have to be glancing down here at my phone. Like I said, I can't see the chat there, but Aries, you are infamous because you walked away instead of begging for one. Okay. Not only that, people expect you to fail and you exceed expectations. You know what I mean? That really pisses people off who don't really put effort in to begin with. People love to congratulate mediocrity. You know what I mean? And I feel like we've even gotten to a place like that, like right now in history, where we're lazy. You know what I mean? Like, let's not sugarcoat it. We've gotten so lazy, it's not even funny, right? Um, and I feel like with you, you still don't take shortcuts. You are still one of the good guys, one of the good fellas, as they say. And you're somebody that you appreciate somebody that gets in there and does it, and not only does it, but you does it right. Okay. Um, you don't need permission. You're somebody that values your time, and not just your time, you value others' time as well. You know what I mean? People are, if you are someone who is an entrepreneur or you provide a service of some sort, people are going to be recommending you. You know what I mean? People are going to be who they used to go to. They're going to be choosing you, and it's going to be round of applause. Like, I'm getting energies of people ranting and raving. You know what I mean? Like, you're a celebrity of something, because that is the way that you are, the importance that you are making people feel. And your competitors are, it's like you're going to be putting them out of business. And it's like strictly off of who you are, the energy that you embody. And it's something that, you know how they say the new cars, when they get into car accidents, like they ball up so easily, or it's so easy to wreck them because the material they're made out of is, like, not to say cheap, because these cars ain't cheap, or at least the price of them is going up. Am I not lying? Yeah. But you like a old Buick, and I ain't calling nobody old, so don't get offended. But those classic cars, if you ever notice, if you ever seen one of those classic cars get into an accident with one of these newer cars, the older car doesn't even look like it's barely been tapped or touched. But the other person's car, oh, they have all type of damage that's been done to it. You know what I mean? And that's because, the materials were so raw that they were using back then, and they were so resourceful back then. And now they have been abused up into the point where people don't take their time. Everything is about, we want it now. Let's get it out right now. And they're rushing the process. They're skipping steps. You know what I mean? It doesn't hold the same weight literally as it used to. And you are somebody, you're gonna hold that weight for forever. And that's why right now, if you're in something early, you're not getting the results that you think. You know your worth, you know your value, you know what you offer. Don't get down on yourself and say and feel like you're not worth it, because you are worth it. You know what I mean? People have to catch up to that. People have been conditioned, you know what I'm saying, to live a certain way now, to look at things a certain way now. And if they don't, then they're going to be shunned or kicked out of their community. You know what I mean? And it's sad to say, but the shit is real. It shit gets real. That's why you really have to find people that fool with you in real life, and not get caught up in these fake groups, because they'll turn on your ass just like that. And we see it every day in the news, in the media. And I know they be saying pick a side and all of that, but you got to stand for something, so that when the people do come through that's with you, they could see you, they can align with you, and you could build from that. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when and because of that, you gonna be infamous. They're gonna remember your name. They're gonna remember your establishment. They're gonna remember what you stand for. They're gonna remember. People may not remember what you did, but they always gonna remember how you made them feel. And that's a power that you have that can't nobody come in and copy, because you can only be fake and act like you care for so long until a motherfucker can see right through it. You know what I'm saying here? You got people they would rather run from the truth versus face it. And you somebody that'll stand in the face of the fire. You will feel the fire. You know what I'm saying? Even though you are of it, and you used to it. You know what I'm saying? You teach others how to adjust to it and how to feel it and how to deal with it. That's infamy. Like, yeah, you are infamous and being able to do that. You know the power that you are putting in people and what they are feeling when you do that. That's conquering the world, and that starts within self. You give somebody that feeling and they feel like they can walk outside of their house and baby whip whap wham whatever the fuck that's coming their way. Do you hear me? It's just like when you get with the right partner, with the right boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. You know what I'm saying? That's where real power couple, as they say, dynamic comes from. You know, the wife compliments the husband. You know, it's you getting up and making breakfast for your wife or your husband every morning. That's the start of somebody's day. You fueling them up for the day. You know what I'm saying? Versus the man when he go in the office and then his colleague, he don't have nobody at home, cooking him breakfast and fueling him up. But he probably looking over there at your lunch plate like, damn, that's what's going on at your house. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever take anything for granted what you got going on, whether you think it's big or small, because this person could have more money, but they can't buy real love. They can't buy real peace. And that is what is infamous. You can't buy back your health. You know what I'm saying? So don't you ever look at this, call a case. You can't, once you catch stuff like this, some of this you can't even get rid of. So you are infamous. And the world is going to be turning back towards and reshaping. And that is the energy that is coming back full circle. So you better not let them turn your heart cold. You know what I'm saying? You better not let them tell you what you're doing is silly. All my healers, all my spiritualists, they're going to be coming to you. They're going to be now they're going to be trying to figure it out. It's a lot of changes that's happening. It's going to be structures that are collapsing in front of our faces as we continue going forward through this year. You just watch. And I'm not fear mongering. I'm not trying to scare no damn body. This is facts. Spiritual facts. This is in the planets out there. This is in the energies transitioning. You feel it within yourself. You see it. Look at this. Like I said, you're winning. Don't ever let nobody make you feel like you're not winning. Being able to pay your bills on time, that's a win. You know what I'm saying? Being in your right mind, that's a win. Cause there's so many people out here that's running shit and they batshit crazy. They out of their damn minds. They so lost on the inside. They so traumatized on the inside. They dread going home at the end of the day. And just for you to be in that full energy where you just happy to be here, that is the fundamentals of life. I bet you that so many people out here that can't even really tell you nothing about nature. Can't tell you shit besides what Chat GPT got going on. You know what I'm saying? Or social media for that matter. And ain't nothing wrong with those things. Hell, Chat GPT even pulls from a natural water source. Are you kidding me? Technology? You need nature to work? Ding, light bulb. They don't want you to know that though. They're not telling you that up front though. Yes, if you did not know, Chat GPT it's pulling from real water sources out there outside to work. All this AI and these little cartoon pictures and depicts and all of that type of stuff, that is exactly where it's pulling from. Where pretty soon, what they gonna do with this with Earth and where are we're supposed to do if they sucking all of our natural resources up to do silly ass shit? I'm trying to tell you, do not stray away from what you already know, especially if you connected to what's outside where you come from, where you came from. Don't lose yourself because people say it's not cool, because you, my friend, are infamous. You are a part of the plan, and you damn sure a part of the program, the biggest part of the program. That's why you put out there first. You got the opportunity to get out there first, live it up, learn it up, get in and lead where you're supposed to lead, um, contribute to where you're supposed to contribute in whatever tribe, soul tribe that is, and whatever family dynamic that is for you and yours. That's what you need to focus on, and that's gonna make you infamous. Like I said, you breaking curses, you breaking generational cycles here, and you doing it quietly. People watching you and you don't even know it. You're not out here with all these theatrics. And that makes you infamous. You're not out here wasting time, like I said, and you're not out here wasting other people's time. That's what's gonna make you win in the end. You're not seeking revenge from these losers. Pretty soon you finna be unreachable anyways. They're not even gonna be able to talk to you, let alone see you. I ain't gonna take too much of y'all time because I know y'all probably want to go watch the game and get prepared and all that type of stuff. But I didn't go live yesterday, so I said, let me make sure I at least get on here and go live. Let me look at the chat. I'm sorry, y'all. I cannot believe they did me like this. It says on the side where I'm supposed to be able to see y'all, it says something went wrong, YouTube. And it's a monkey with a hammer in his hand. Like he is working on technical difficulties or something. Hey, Kalanda, I see you in the chat. Welcome. Is Lori in here? I didn't see Lori's name. Hey, Divine Soul. Hey, Bame. I will say thank God for some of this technology. Look. Hey, y'all. Hey, I see you. Hey, Lori. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's get into some cards, y'all. And I what is it? I refreshed my screen. I don't know how many times. And it still didn't work, y'all. I even deleted the live before and I made a new one and it still is doing this. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the football game today. Maybe it's like an overload of people on YouTube today or something. So that's what I'm gonna say because this has never happened before. I'm not into sports and stuff like that, so I can't really just tell you what's going on with any of that. All right, let's get into this read. Spirit messages for Aries, the infamous one. Your name, I'm getting, will live in infamy. I feel like who said that? Which president was that? Roosevelt? Was he the one in the wheelchair? This day will live on in infamy. That was the day of Pearl Harbor, I think. He stood up out of that wheelchair. He had gotten polio. So I mean he couldn't really walk, but he got up out that chair that day and stood without no help. All right, messages. And that was a turning point in history. Aries, you about to be a part of some remarkable moments. Like I said, this is revolutionary. Changes are gonna come, and they're gonna come fast. And you a part of that fast. You're in the front of those changes. Yeah, what did I say? 10 of Pentacles. This is infamous. This is they know you from young to old. You know, that Disney network know you, ABC, CBS, Fox type know you, legacy. You know what I mean? And we're not personally going in on nothing. I'm just using these as examples that we should all know we grew up on. Our grandparents, we kids, and now our kids, and this that Nickelodeon, this that going on forever and ever is what you about to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? This is you reaching that 10. Like I said, this is you exceeding and going beyond what people didn't even give you half enough credit or any credit at all to even give you a round of applause or a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is you not begging. And this is you going ahead and going on about what you got to do because you believe in it and you see vision in it and you have purpose in it. And this is what I said, and you finding your soul tribe, you know what I mean, and putting love into that, and the people that's coming up under you, the children that you raising up. We don't know how long we gonna be here, but we gonna do this shit until we not here no more, and motherfuckers gonna read about it and read about it, whoever come up next. You know what I mean? Just like they looked up and dug up dinosaurs, they're gonna be digging up your archives as well. Type energy. The 10 is completion. The 10 is I came here, I saw, I conquered, I did what I was supposed to do. Fuck you. Type energy. They wasn't able to stop you. Type energy is what this is giving. You know what I mean? This is you on your soapbox. You at the top of the mountaintop. Type energy. Mama, we made it. You know what I mean? That's what this is giving here. The 10, the TIN. Okay, you and whoever saw out to walk with you and be a part of it. That is what that is. That's the strongest feeling in the world that you could ever, the best feeling in the world that you could ever accomplish. And the people that you wanted next to you, and the people that's up there smiling down on you. You know what I mean? You made that shit look effortless and not chaotic. And like I said, you did it quietly and without all the theatrics. Because who needs all that smoke and mirrors? It's fake anyways. It's an illusion anyways if they got to do all that. Excuse me. You ain't seeking revenge. Revenge on what? You in a 10. Who could touch you? You Fort Knox now. They can't even get across over there to you. They don't even have the tools. They don't even have the wherewithal to even figure out how to navigate over there, because when they figure out to get here, they got to figure out how to get over there, plus over there, scoot over here, crawl up under here. Baby, it's a no. Go sit down somewhere. All right, go read about it. Like we read about other greats in history that came before us. You know what I mean? Who crawled so we can walk, so the next generation can run and fly and whatever else they need to do to keep your name, your legacy alive, to keep you infamous out here. That's what you need to worry about. Everything else is irrelevant, because I promise you, everything that you think is in the 1%, that's all they worried about. You think they worried about you? No. But what you can do is connect out here with these real resources and get it together for you and yours. Like I said here, that's what's going to make you infamous. Get away from these crabs in a bucket and get around some more people with light just as bright as yours, if not brighter. That's how you do that. And that's going to weed out all of the confusion, and that's going to expose all of the snakes in the grass for you, love. Queen of Cups. Intuition is power. What I say about that water source, it's power in water. So much power in water. They say water is a tool to connect to the other side, to the spiritual side. Hell, some even say that space is in water, in the ocean. It's so many secrets buried in water that we'll never even get to see a glimpse of. You know, big shipwrecks and all sorts of things that we still read about and learn about and are intrigued about, infamous, things that have happened. As I mentioned, Pearl Harbor, if you ever go to Hawaii, shout out to Hawaii, there's what? The SS Arizona is still underwater. You can go see it. Among other, I think of a few other ships where, soldiers perished. God rest their soul. But this is something that goes back as old and it starts from the beginning of time, Aries, and you are a part of that. You definitely are a part of that. This is just, and how we live today. You are just to take that and apply that. You know what I mean? We can't get time back, but we can be useful of the time that we do have here now. And that's what's most important. That's what's going to make you infamous. That's what's going to have the town talking about you, the city talking about you, people uplifting you or not. Because we have the villain side of things as well, where people want to mock you and they want to get away with being evil and shady and petty and just take what they feel the gravy part of is and steal from you and take. Let's not forget that. You guys are using your powers. You're using your gifts this year for sure here. And it's going to be a lot. They're going to want to take you out because of it. But don't you give up. Like I said, don't you give up on it, on yourself or others around you that believe in you. Ten of Swords, like this is a lot of people talking down on you. And they still making you infamous by talking about you. They still make you infamous by trying to destroy you. You know what I mean? And a lot of them, they're going to be saying, you know what? But Aries ain't wrong. The collective ain't wrong. That's the main thing about it. They are agreeing with you, whether they fuck with you or whether they talk mad shit about you. They still somewhere in the back of their mind, in their minds saying that you're right. And they don't put themselves in their own, locked up themselves in their own mental prison and put all this unnecessary weight on themselves. Trying to help you carry some of, trying to make you carry some of it. No. Do I look like I'm trying to light a fire? Bitch, I am the fire. You know what I'm saying? Aries, tell them that. But thanks. You carry fire with you wherever you go. And that alone makes you infamous because I'm sure when you walk in the room, they know that one right there, you might not want to mess with. They don't know exactly to what extent and how far you will go and what exactly you capable of, but they know not to try that one over there. Am I lying or am I lying? Because I know it's some of y'all out here that can agree. They know not to fucking try you like that. And that's for good reason. That right there is infamy. That makes you infamous. When you enter the room, when your energy enter the room before you do. Somebody can say you on your way, and guess what? I bet you their heart rate gonna change. Or maybe that's just me. Because I feel like people be acting like that too when I come around or whatever. But I don't give a fuck. Shit, I don't half the time I don't want to be there anyways. Or that's why I don't even show up. Because I don't want to be around that fake ass energy anyways. It's gonna be written all over my face, just like I'm sure it'll be written all over yours. But I say that to say this, like, hey, protect your peace. All right, 6 of Wands, you are already infamous. And they know you won't go for that. You don't stand for that. And you the biggest truth in the room when it all boils down, Aries. And that's that on that. All right, I'm gonna leave this read here, y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button for more messages from me. If you need to connect with me to book a personal reading, hit my email, Aries Love Tarot 11 at gmail.com, or you can go straight to the website to book, ariestheemperor.com. Make sure to shop otterspirit.com. This is where you get your 20% discount on otterspirit.com. All right. For bracelets, intention packs, zodiac packs, necklaces, just cleansing tools in general, you guys. All right. I love you. Mwah. Ciao.